Coming up in this week's episode.
You know, it's as good 6 inches or so.
I'd say that's at least 9.
Thank you for making us go a little bit viral on Facebook.
Love you, Cadbury.
Thank you, Cadbury's, for not suing us.
I put in my diary Fruit Club, right? So I thought I'd mention the Fruit Club. It came up on the Google calendar. My wife went, what's Fruit Club? That's how I can't really talk about it, love, to be honest.
It's time to adjust those shoulder pads, backcomb what's left of your hair, and jump into the DeLorean for a look back at what's possibly the best decade anyone could ever have grown up in.
Shall we play a game?
This is Bring Back the 80s with your hosts James Alderson and me, Andy Jackson.
Hello, welcome along to another edition, number 3, series 3.
Yeah, we're going to keep doing it.
Yeah.
Is it episode 3? I thought it might be episode 4. Is it episode 3?
Episode 3, James.
It doesn't matter, really. Trio.
Yes. Oh, we've done the trios.
It's seamless, isn't it?
Very good.
It's all produced,
Last time it was, wasn't it?
Time we had yes, it was, with the bongos,
Yes.
Bless her.
So anyway, episode 3.
Yeah.
Just want to say thank you to everybody who's made this go a little bit viral.
It has.
On Facebook with us talking about a well-known, I'm just being careful, talking about a well-known chocolate brand.
I think Cadbury's is great. I love Cadbury's. I think it's got better over time.
I think that what they're putting in it now is gives you health boosting properties. Oof. And generally makes you big and strong.
Yeah, I love it.
Take no notice of all the comments saying that what they've put sick in it. Take no notice of that.
Who would have thought that asking old gits if chocolate's got worse over time would have gone viral?
Oh my God.
But no, I mean, if anyone's listening from Cadbury's, feel free to send us some samples so we can check
proper
it.
Testing,
proper testing, not just buying from a newsagent. Invite us to the factory, maybe. We'll have a little rummage.
We go up to Birmingham, can't we?
Is that where it is now?
Yeah, I think
it's not China.
Oh, yeah.
Kazakhstan, somewhere.
It's the I still think they've got the Cadbury's chocolate experience, haven't they?
Oh God, yeah.
That's still going
they'll have
on.
that.
Yeah, we'll have that. Yeah, we'll shipped it all in.
Animatronics behind the windows make it look like proper people are working there. Some AI robots going, "Hi, James." Like, how does he know my name? Oh, it's on the internet. She's found it out.
These AI robots, just digressing ever so quickly. We could be AI robots, but did you see Elon Musk launched his home robot thing?
Yes.
Where basically it's going to be sex robots.
Is it?
Is what apparently.
Thank God for that. That's where it's going to be useful.
Yeah. But I read afterwards that these robots, everybody was going, "Oh, they're amazing." Some of the robots were actually actors.
Oh,
they were actually some of them were actually human assisted.
Oh,
so it's not quite
human intelligence.
So I wonder if you're having sex with a sex robot and it's not cheating. If it turns out that there is an actual human inside that, would that be cheating then?
Well, I think you'd know because it'll be like 3 minutes. What's this? You're meant to be better than humans. Sorry, love. Oh, is it you, Darren? But yeah, I think you'd know. You'd know if it was a artificial intelligence sexual device. I think you definitely know. All ladies listening know that robots are better than men.
Oh my God.
Run by a couple of double A's. It's definitely better than us.
There'd be no snoring afterwards. There'd be no farting. There'd be none of that.
They'd go off. They'd make the bed afterwards.
Yeah, breakfast in the next morning.
Yeah.
Yes. We're doing ourselves out of marriages and jobs here, James.
Thank
Christ. My fault. Remind me to never say anything again.
Okay.
Right, we're not talking sex robots this week. We're talking 80s chocolates. And we had some, we obviously mentioned that well-known confectionery company that was taken over by the Americans. And the chocolates got even better and better.
Amazing.
Let's see who's going to make the first one as we go back to 1980s TV for this one.
This is the legendary Compare Clip, a comparatively decent lot who like to compare things to things. How will the Compare compare milk with Aero? Milk has bubbles, so does Aero. Milk is made with pure milk, so is Aero 3.3 ounces worth. They preferred milk on quasi-grass cereal, but found Aero more convenient to carry. Compare as the Compare do. One thing is for certain. Milk is an irreplaceable part of Aero.
Now that is one of those ones.
Shit.
Has not aged particularly well, James.
Can we just, Christ. Can we say that all of those actors were Native Americans? Definitely from their heritage, and
no appropriation going on.
Not at all
whatsoever.
The irony is that I believe that if if they actually were, then a lot of them would be lactose intolerant, and they wouldn't be able to have milk as much as us weird northern hemisphere people.
We didn't see the aftermath, did we? But isn't it funny how at the time that was on, and we thought, oh yes,
That's good.
That's good. We thought it's good. We'll go out and buy an Aero. Now looking back, it's like watching an episode of Mind Your Language, or one of those
Ronnies.
Till
Something odd.
Just one of those, or a Rising Damp, something like that. And it's just almost a cringe level.
Yeah,
bad.
I mean, I think the thing is, the way we look back at it is there was no malice intended. There's nothing negative. We didn't want to create anything negative and nasty about the whole thing. There wasn't a message saying, "Oh, look at these, idiots" or whatever. It was just a bit of fun. But now you look at it and go,
"Oh my God, yeah."
I'm not sure that is really nice to those people when we're just plastering a bit of the old foundation and eyeliner on and thinking we look like a different ethnicity. It's ridiculous. And you look back over old photo albums and every old uncle's blacking up for fancy dress. So you're like, who's that? It's but not these days, of course. Not since the days of Prince Harry dressing as Hitler or whatever he was meant to be doing.
Yeah.
And I think that was the end of that era. I think that was like everyone went, no, I don't think this is good anymore. And it's a bit of fun from the 80s. They were trying to make it humorous and a bit of fun. And as it happens, I do have some arrows here. New size. So the size is
it in grams now? Did they take it out of
what have they put here?
ounces?
This product should be in perfect condition. There we go. Let's cover themselves there. There's no actual size on it. What is the size here? It doesn't even say.
So you don't know whether it's bigger or smaller. It's just a new size.
It's a new size, definitely.
If it's new, it must be better.
What do you reckon then? What do you reckon the new size is going to cost you?
Are we early 80s or late 80s?
This... It doesn't even say an expiry. This is the days, you see.
I'm going to go 15p then.
Yeah, you're dead on.
Am I good?
Of course you are.
Oh my
Christ
God.
almighty. Made by Roundtree Macintosh, of course. Aerated milk chocolate. There we go. So have a look at that.
Yeah. I always found with these as well, I liked the thought of an Aero far more than the actual taste.
I like the Aero
of an Aero.
I didn't like this knobbly bar one. I liked the one that was like almost like a double decker shape.
Yes, yeah.
One solid piece. Now, following on for last week, I got you an Aero. And I think it's a similar size, maybe slightly bigger, weirdly. And it's the peppermint one, because I know you like mint with chocolate, all right? Because you said you didn't like mint with chocolate. And I thought, well, let's give it a go. I'll break it and you can take a piece out
Thank
there.
you, James. This is just exactly what my favourite kind of chocolate.
Well, if you want a bit of lamb with it, let me know.
Yeah.
Go on.
I can't get it out. Right, we're there, okay.
And obviously, because it's all natural, they've made it green inside, so you know what mint is.
Well, it's vegetables, isn't it? Yeah.
Of course it is. I'm going to taste a little bit. I don't think I've actually ever had a mint Aero. Ooh. It's like brushing your teeth with chocolate in your mouth.
Not right. Sorry, James. So, thanks for the thought and everything.
I quite like it.
But
I've got to let you also know.
No. It's a no. It's a no from me, James.
It's not through to the next round. Last episode, we were talking about club biscuits and the missing flavour.
Yes.
So we knew that there was plain, and we knew that there was orange and mint.
Yes.
The missing one that we couldn't remember was fruit.
Did it have biscuity bits in it as well?
No.
Just fruit.
Fruit. Well, obviously the club has a biscuit base, but on top of that, it had either orange or it was plain or it was mint. This was fruit. Obviously, orange isn't a fruit. That's mental. No, what it tended to be was little bits of raisins and stuff like that. Now, the funny thing that happened to me was I put in my diary to mention this to you, Fruit Club, right? So I thought I'd mention the Fruit Club. So it came up on the Google calendar. My wife went, what's Fruit Club? I said I can't really talk about it, love, to be honest.
I was in Fruit Club.
It's much like Fight Club. You just can't really talk about it. Can't really go into it. Oh dear. Bit of fun. I said I'd just go once a week, and we throw oranges and bananas at each other, and it's very aggressive and masculine, obviously. But yeah, a bit of Fruit Club. So yeah, Fruit Club. I don't know what they did with it. Scraped some bits of fruit off the floor. They kept it. They have to keep it vague because they don't know what fruit's going to be in it. Of course, next week.
Assorted fruits may vary in proportions, as they say.
Yeah. So I actually didn't mind a Fruit Club. It was sort of a purple colour, and it just had sort of the wrapper actually looked like a bit of hemorrhoids on the side. It's just a little grapes coming in from the edge, purpley grape. It was like, oh, this is yummy, yum.
So even that appeals to me. Even though you've said that it reminded you of hemorrhoids, I would still rather have that than a mint arrow. I'm sorry to say.
Oh my goodness, lovely. Yeah. So there we go. That was the missing one from. Yeah, but that's your arrow.
Fruit Club. Yeah. No, I'm going to say it's definitely not through to the next round.
No, if it was a plain chocolate, which are hard to come by actually, the plain arrows, then yes, I think quite lovely and bubbly.
Yeah, as I say, they. I always used to think in my mind that they would be as good as a flake, but they never were. It's just never quite the same.
No, very little. The adverts one was good, that's for sure.
Although, mind you, the flake is probably worse now. It's all changed.
No, it was lovely. We tried it in the last episode. It was nice. I liked the flake. It was bigger, wasn't it? Do you remember? There's a little bit more girth to it.
Bigger, but you didn't get the twizzly ends.
And it didn't crumble quite as much.
Yes.
But the lady on the horse and cart would have given it a good go still.
Given it a good go.
Yeah.
Unwrap that well.
Yeah.
We're talking about the twizzly ends and how, before the days when people go around injecting things into fruit and putting nails and all that kind of stuff as well. I think it was Sammy came on Facebook and said as well, do you remember the old sherbet dib dabs as well? They used to just have the loose top as well, so you could just have a little
with a bit of licorice sticking out the top,
and then put it. So God only knows.
Everyone went along the shelves sucking them, didn't they? And they're like, oh God, 10 pence. No wonder. One's got saliva on it. I don't want that. Thank you very much.
But everything's hermetically sealed now.
Yeah.
So more of your 80s mystery fruity chocolate still to come. So we can get some more details of Fruit Club out as well. But first of all, let's do the answer to the mystery sound that we've had going on. Bit of a theme going on as well. We thought we'd do rather than sounds, because you can. The only 80 sounds were fax machines, trim phones, normal phones, dot matrix printers.
Yeah,
that's the only sound.
That's it, really.
There's nothing else really. The pips from the phones as well. So we're doing TV shows from there as well. And I want to say, if I can read it, because I've not brought my glasses, well done to Jackie _M999, who has correctly guessed and is the proud winner. We've still not put the t-shirt in the right place of a Bring Back the 80s t-shirts or tickets to any of your comedy gigs right across the South, or if you want, you can have a ticket to the December recording of the Bring Back the 80s podcast before a studio audience at the Spring Arts in Hammond.
It would be like Pebble Mill at 1, wouldn't it? We'll just be able to sit there chatting away as if we were at Television Centre.
And the thing is as well, it will be, because we'll be there doing it, it will be live like Pebble Mill at 1 was.
Yeah, we won't be able to edit out all the rubbish.
No rubbish.
Strap in, everyone.
if there's any slander or libel of major American chocolate corporations, once it's gone, it's gone. But anyway, let's reveal the answer to the mystery sound. Well done again to Jackie _M999. This was what it was.
It's the mystery sound of the 80s. It's the mystery sound of the 80s.
Wait for the castanets. He was in everything.
He was brilliant.
Yep. And so was she. And her. Do you remember her? Duty Free was the answer we were looking for.
One of my absolute favourites, that show.
Was it really?
I loved it because of his humour, Keith Barron's humour. It was just so dry and it's funny because when I was chatting to the wife about it and said, castanets, and she said, what was that one? What was that one? They were in Spain or something abroad, and I was like, duty free.
Duty free.
Of course, it's bloody duty free.
One, yeah.
But obviously, you caught us a little bit there, a bit cheeky, Andy.
Go on.
Just with the little start of the tune, you didn't get
I don't
the
want to
whole
give it
thing,
away too
but not
too
the
much.
Core part, which made you think it was a little bit silly and a little bit funny. I thought it was something a little bit moody and a little bit sexy, but it wasn't.
Well, there was always that sexual intrigue going on, was it? Because it was the two couples on holiday, and obviously one fancied one and the other one, they probably all ended up together.
Yeah. Well, these days they'd show it, wouldn't they?
In Fruit Club.
Yeah, probably. Very fruity club.
But yeah, that's what it was. So I think I did have a little cheeky look. I think you can find full episodes of that on YouTube if you want to go back and sort of relive those days. But it's not as it's not aged as badly as some of the other ones.
No, or the Aero advert.
As well. But that means, of course, that's now gone, which means there is a brand new mystery sound as well.
Yeah.
For you. Tell me if I've made this one too easy.
Yeah.
The thing
is it Jean-Michel Jarre?
Thing is, well, it could be that,
Mike
or it could be Yes as well, John and Vangelis.
Right.
And there was having dug that out. If you go on the internet, there's so many sort of like groups discussing, Did the composer of that theme tune steal it from Jean-Michel Jarre or from John and Vangelis?
Yeah,
and they don't get any credit at all in the writing for that.
Right.
But listening back to it,
yeah,
I'm not going to obviously. I wouldn't want to stir up any legal implications. No. So I'm not going to say it's a rip-off.
No,
but
it's a rip-off.
Some people might say it's a dead copy.
Yeah. Well, can I suggest there's a hint of a clue in what you might find in that show?
Yes.
All right.
What have you got?
It's a milk bottles. There's a Twix milk bottle. Right, I'm going to show you all of these now.
Yes. Okay. Only James would have a collection of milk bottles from the Unigate Dairy as well.
Yeah. It's a bit sticky. I've just wiped them over. Kit Kat.
Oh my God, James!
Don't smash any.
Oh my God, this is a proper collection going on here.
Yeah.
I can see these needing to have a display case of their own. So we have a break, have a Kit Kat, Marathon,
yeah, and a Milky Way. Now everybody remembers these milk bottles because they would turn up on your doorstep, and your mum and dad would decide, or your auntie or your nan, that they were worth keeping and put them on display. And they put them around their kitchen units, at the kitchen side, gathering dust. And like my mum did, probably most people, slowly after about 5 years thought, this is bollocks. And they started to put them out to be collected by the milkman. The milkman's probably thinking, how long have these dickheads had these? And what he didn't realise was about 15 years later they'd be worth, I don't know, 5 or 6 quid each. At their peak a few years ago they were worth about a tenner each. Now they're worth a couple of quid because they're all coming out of the woodwork. As Nan dies, they're finding 140 milk bottles with graphics on. But it's a great idea because obviously most people's milk bottles stays in the fridge for a couple of days
see it all the time,
and you're taking it out and it's there. But they did say, please return these to your milkman. You're like, why? No. They look bloody great, and they are.
On the back of this one, you can send off for not only have your Kit Kat milk, you can send off for a Kit Kat mug as well.
Oh, okay.
By sending all you got to do is just send a cheque or a postal order for £1.75 made out to Kit Kat mug offer, a Roundtree Macintosh in York, and the postcode there.
I've got a Kit Kat mug. The group director of Nestle I spoke about in the last episode gave me one and a mug. No, and he to take home after I went to.
You suggested the king size. Kit Kat,
Four-finger Kit Kat, chunky.
Kit Kat.
Yeah. So all those. I think the milk bottles. I think they're lovely little hark back to the old days. Obviously, they did them for all sorts. They did them for gas energy. They did them for polyfiller and all that. So weird ones, weird companies put their designs on them. And obviously, it started with the dairy farms putting their little adverts on there, and then they thought, hang about, we're missing a bloody trick here, and whacked them on the milk bottles.
Why don't they do that now?
I don't know. Well,
why don't they do that now?
I don't know. In America, they have a missing person. It's not quite the same appeal, is it?
Not really.
Is it? Great. How do I win that? Send a check or postal order. But I don't. I don't know. It's a miss trick, really. But I suppose this all gets a bit too complicated. Some dairy farm or Tesco having to pay Marathon, or Marathon paying them, or Snickers as it is now. Yeah. But it's just a lovely little memory. That I love that.
Yeah. Speaking of Marathon and Snickers, I hear rumours, and I don't know whether it's true or not, that they're going to be bringing back a limited edition Marathon.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I think so. Yeah. So that is something that I guess they would bring it out at Christmas if that's going to.
Maybe. Yeah. They have done it. They did do it a few years back, and they did it with a few other chocolate bars that are since deceased, like the Texan bar, which was my bloody favourite. But I will be honest, I bought it and it was utter shit. And my memory was either gone, or whoever made the original Texan bar was long gone as well, because nobody would have sat down and gone, yeah, that's exactly the same as it was 30 years ago. Brilliant, well done. Because I chewed on it and it was like eating the slug with chocolate on. I just thought, this is crap. So yeah, they give it a go every now and again, don't they?
It's funny how your memory can deceive you as well, because we did the finger of fudge, I think last week or the week before, and I was convinced that it had a gooey centre, but it turns out it is just a snappable.
You were thinking of a
fudge.
chomp, which is more of a 90s creation.
Possibly,
I think. But I have found actually that they have again reduced down the size of the fudges. We thought they were similar, but I hadn't got the latest. I found the latest version.
Oh my God, what is it? I mean, come on, James. It's as good 6 inches or so.
I'd say that's at least 9. But yeah, bless it. But yeah,
see, it's like a diet fudge, isn't it? Really?
That's what I should be having.
Yeah,
yeah. Tiny little fudges. Hey, who knew? Who knew? But yeah, good old days.
I like these actually. That is a good. You could
little mouthful.
Go in. That could just fit just in there.
Sneak it in your top pocket into Weight Watchers.
How about?
Oh God, the amount of times I've done that, and then I've had a king size Mars bar in the passenger seat when I get out from weigh-in. Just thinking, Christ, I'm going to pass out here. Just get me weight measured, please. Jot it down on your iPad and let me get back to my car before I flake away.
The thing is, you need something filling. I remember when we were taken out. We had a Christmas party every year at work, and they took us to a really fancy restaurant, and it was actually in Restaurant 27 in Portsmouth. Okay. Dead fancy, and there was a 7-course tasting menu, and it was wonderful stuff. Yeah. But I was the guy who stopped off at the chip shop.
You do
for fish and chips
to get a portion, proper portion.
Yeah. So yeah,
none of this silly stuff balanced on each other. A leaf balanced on a pea, balanced on a mouthful of meat
and a foam essence.
Yeah.
I'm not slagging that off. It's good stuff.
Is it?
But you do need. That's not going to fill a gap.
No, it isn't. That's what she said. But it's fingers have got smaller. Finger of fudge is, isn't it? So, and that's what's happened there. But you can always get the fun size stuff, of course. But it's sometimes I pick up a normal bar and think, actually, this would have been a fun size one in the 80s.
Yes.
Especially like Mars bars and stuff. You think, what's happened here? But we can look at that maybe in the next episode.
Indeed. Let's have a look and do our next TV advert now. Let's imagine it's you come home from school, you've done your homework, you've had your tea, you've had your smiley faces potatoes with beans on the side and the alphabetti spaghetti, and you're on the floor like this, watching the telly like this, and this advert will come on.
When you're working hard and feel a bit peckish, stick out your hand for a Cadbury's double-decker. Under that thick Cadbury milk chocolate, there's a unique double filling. A crispy, crunchy downstairs mingling with a chewy, rather satisfying top deck. So when you're peckish, catch a Cadbury's double-decker, the double filling bar for the double filling feeling.
Oof, I've had a crispy, crunchy downstairs before, haven't you? It's horrible, isn't it? Christ.
That's what it says on the tin, though, doesn't it? It's a double-decker. It's, you got an upstairs and downstairs, and that was one of my favourites at the time, because I loved to just peel. They were made to peel off the top layer, so instead of eating it, instead of going like this, you'd go like
nibbling away like a squirrel.
Nibble away.
Yeah. You see, I never had a double-decker ever. I reckon I had a double-decker a couple of years ago for the first time ever, because it just didn't appeal. I always thought it had nuts in or something random. Obviously it had nugget in, as we called it in, but I've got now, here's the old one. It's got a new low price. You never see this these days, do you? No. New low price of 14 pence. The previous price, 15? Strap in, 16.
Oh, okay.
Save 2 pence, pop that in the telephone tin. So let's have a look at the size differences here, right? I think that's very similar, aren't they?
Similar, yeah.
51 grams in the 80s.
Yep.
This went out of date. When did it go out of date? Let's have a little look. Nobody cared about dates that make that. Oh, I've got 2 here. Woohoo! With the money. Anyway, I can't see it.
Maybe they didn't have to put a best
They don't
before.
care. It don't matter.
No.
It don't matter. Just get it down, don't be ungrateful. So that's that. And 54.5.
So it's gone up slightly bigger.
I mean, you feel that. That does feel bigger.
It's got some.
Does
It
heft.
feels it's the same sort of size and heft and feel as a sausage roll, I would say.
Yes,
kind of like
very
a sausage
similar
roll,
grip
isn't
to it.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
or something else, but it's definitely very similar, and which is surprising.
Yeah.
I think we've come across a few now. I think Flake we thought was a bit bigger. I think Fudge is about the same. Smarties have got a bit smaller, but
Swings around
Aero
like,
similar,
doesn't it? Yeah.
Double Decker a bit bigger. Quite surprising, really. Yeah, I'm not interested in that, so you can have that if you want. See if it tastes the same to you.
Do you know what? I'm gonna eat it.
Well, if you're a big
In the old-
if you're a big fan, I don't want to take that away from you.
Oh, well, I need something to take the taste of that awful mint Aero.
Well, it is a mint double deck. I didn't mention that, did I?
So this is how I used to eat them. Yeah.
Is it the same? Feel the same?
Exactly the
Is that
same.
Rice Crispy bottom? Oh yeah, crispy crunchy base. They said, yeah. Does it taste the same?
Exactly the same.
What about the base? Is the base the same? Is it? See, yeah, it's quite a big bar, isn't it?
That is a 10 out of 10.
I bet you if you ask a double decker fan who maybe hasn't had some since they were kids, what's it going to be like now? They wouldn't guess that it's got a little bit, 3 or 4 grams bigger, and that looks like a bloody meal.
It's that will last you all day now.
Wouldn't last me all day, but it might last you all day.
That's a 10.
You're pleased with that?
A 10 out of 10
Oh,
for that.
I'm
James.
pleased.
Well
I'm
done.
made up for the mint. Thank you. That's good. That's good. I'm pleased about that. Oh dear.
It's obviously hung around, so it must have worked. And they don't seem to have ruined the chocolate because I cannot taste any sick in that at all.
No, they've covered it up with some
Covered
crispy,
it up.
crunchy bottom. And nothing worse than sick with a crispy, crunchy bottom. Double decker. I don't know. It's weird, isn't it? Because now you talk about it, you think, oh, it's a double decker bus, and you've seen the advert.
Yeah.
But I never thought double decker. Oh, it's referencing a bus. It's got 2
Oh, boy.
levels.
It's got one upstairs, one downstairs.
Yeah, I know.
The toffee, the chewy bit on the upstairs.
Yeah.
The crispy, crunchy bit downstairs.
Okay, that's good to know. Good to know where every part is. Lovely. Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm glad. I'm pleased for you, and it's. I'm just surprised some of these because even in my mind I thought everything's got smaller.
But that's gone up by 3 grams.
3.5. I
That's
think.
good. I dare say there's a slight difference in price from 14p to whatever this would go for.
It
now.
wouldn't be 14p. I'm reckoning it's a quid. I bought this, right, just to kind of keep myself hydrated, because I'm a man of health. Bottle of Pepsi, £2.15.
Oh.
I nearly fucking threw it at her. Like, you can shove this, love. £2.15. I'm not drinking your chemicals for £2.15. Because that's all it is, isn't it?
Was that from a convenience store?
It was I'll be honest, it's from a petrol station.
Yeah.
I mean, I would be cheaper to drink a litre of unleaded.
You should. there's
Fuel me up.
There's rules that you have to remember as a driver. You never fill your car up with petrol on the motorway services.
Oh, yeah.
And you never buy food and drink at a petrol
It
station.
was a rookie
because
error.
You're paying twice as
How much were bottles of cans of Pepsi? And cans of Coke. I seem to remember being like 25 pence and that sort of price, weren't they? Not the Panda Pops and the little tip top hat cup with the punch of straw through the top. They were like 10 pence.
There was a triangular one as well, wasn't there? Wasn't there a triangular one
that froze? Wasn't
there was a frozen one, yeah.
Yeah, I remember them.
Pyramid stuff, and you always had them in the cinema as well.
Yeah, and you can
some
get
reason.
them if you go into places like Home Bargains and Farm Foods, and even in Iceland, you can find some of these random, long forgotten drinks and Panda Pops and stuff, and think, look at that! Christ, how long's that been on the shelf for? She'd been here for 35 years. Yeah. So I couldn't believe the price of that, but yeah, I reckon that's probably a quid.
That's not bad, so do you know what that's a well spent. I'm going to big up the manufacturer. So it is Cadbury.
Is it Cadbury?
Swings and roundabouts.
I told you.
Swings and roundabouts.
I told you they're brilliant.
Yeah,
Cadbury's are brilliant. Well done,
we
Cadbury.
love Cadbury's. Well done. 10 out of 10.
Great. I think we've recovered from that, haven't we?
I think so.
Okay,
I think
good.
so. Just a reminder, by the way, if you worked out what our mystery sound was earlier, I didn't mention it at the time, just leave us a comment underneath there in one of the YouTube
Here
videos.
somewhere, yeah.
It says there or there, depending on which way round your phone is and everything.
Oh, yeah.
Leave us a little comment, tell us what that TV show is. In 2 weeks, we'll let you know who's won. Draw closes in a week from the release date of this video. So you've got a week from if you're watching this on the day of release, you've got a week to see if you can guess.
Yeah,
that very difficult TV.
Stay
show.
patient. Just wait.
Yeah. So
is it a special moment now for me?
Special moment for not just for you, James, but also for me.
For you? Oh yes.
James's special lunchbox surprise.
Now I'm keeping it on theme, of course, because I don't want to overburden you with too many chocolates. Of course, I like to bring in the palate cleanser because I am sophisticated, as we all know. So it's not chocolate in the lunchbox surprise. I have a little gander in there and just see what we've got today. I think there's one each in there, and it's just an old sort of. Yes. Now these are big ones. They're called megas or something, and I don't know why. They're not too much different to the size I remember. I think they're probably a third bigger. I seem to them being sort of more in the shape of a rubber, an eraser from school. That's it. Rather than these, which are slightly longer. Yeah, I think they are literally about an inch longer, maybe a little bit chunkier. But I thought, you know what? I haven't had one of these. Genuinely, I don't think I've had a drumstick since the 80s, so I'm gonna see. I think I just want to warn you, James, from memory. I think if you have a bite of one of those, you ain't going to be saying anything for the rest of well, this is where all the listeners are going, James, have a bite of it, for Christ's sake. Oh shit, you can't even get in there. Oh God, how is this legal? Ooh. How is it, James? I think it's chewier. I don't remember having to chuck one of these to the dog downstairs. Every week the dog makes a random appearance. Yeah, well, they're after a chew, and I've got one here. Tell you what, this will shut them right up, wouldn't it? Yeah. Definitely. You're not going to try any? I'm not going to do it, no, because it's going to pull all my fillings out, James. Oh yeah. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll give it a lick. I'll give it a little lick. Yeah. I can't even. Shit, I can't. See, I can see you struggling there. And I've got a good set of gnashers on me. Oh, it's got the smell. It's definitely got the smell. Yeah, you know what? This is it's impossible to eat this. I mean, this is going to last all day. I don't remember them being that tough. Obviously, it's a bit bigger, but it's definitely the same. It's got the taste. Definitely got the taste, but honestly, I don't remember it being that tough. I've got to say, these are actually Mr. Drumstick Maker. These are actually impossible. I wondered, right, the thought, I've just figured this out, right? Yeah. These are what your mum or dad would buy the kids when they're in the back of the car on a long journey. Yeah. Oh, he's got his elbow over the middle of the thing and they're fighting. Arguing. Have one of these each. Yeah. Not going to hear a bloody word out of them. Give them a Rubik's Cube and a drumstick. Shut them up. I mean, good taste, but I'm not going to be eating this. You know what I think? I think these were safe to eat in the 80s because we all had NHS dentists. Yes. Okay. And you'd go in and you'd pay your £1 or whatever to go and see a dentist to fix your teeth. Now you have one of them, you could come out with a couple of grand bill. Yes. And go down to your private dentist who's quite happy that you're eating sweets, actually. He tells you off every time. But yeah, thank you. Here's the invoice. It's funny though, because my dentist went from NHS to private. What a bastard. Oh, years and years and years and years. Yeah, your teeth are fine. Do a hygienist visit or whatever. As soon as they went private, they suddenly started needing all these fillings. Your teeth are not fine at all. They're not fine at all. You need this. He's got a mortgage to pay, Andy. And I say, so literally the last time I went to the dentist, I said, I'll have a think about that. Yeah. And I'll let you know in a year when I come back. Yeah, I know. It is. My dentist is quite normal and fair, which is weird. And so I did. But the thing is, I found that my NHS dentist was evil, so I had to move because I just thought I'm not going to end up with any teeth left. He's cashing in here. I've got all full set. I've turned up with a full set of teeth, and he thought, "Hello, I've won the bloody lottery. I'm having these out." So the drumstick tastes the same. I think it's a bit chewier. That might be because it's a bit bigger, but I'm not going to risk it because I've got my kids' inheritance to worry about. Exactly. I want to take it all out on some new veneers or whatever I'm going to be doing. Oh God, I'm talking about that. I've got to tell you. Before, obviously, my great grandmother, she was born 1900, so obviously we didn't have quite all the exciting treats and chocolate and sweets that we've got now, of course. But for her 21st birthday, her gift was to have all her teeth removed. That was what they used to do. So she was 21, and they went, "Okay, you can have all your teeth removed and wooden dentures." That was the thing of the time. Oh my God! A set of wooden dentures. So you know how these girls, and mostly girls, but some boys as well, are having all these shiny white teeth, and they're having all their teeth filed down, and they're putting all this stuff in. And that was 100 years ago. They were doing the same. It was a common wealthy family's birthday present to their
weird,
boys and girls. Get rid of all your rotten old shitty teeth from the 1910s and 1920s. Let's have a set of wooden ashes.
Didn't get a free holiday to Turkey out of it, though, did you?
No.
I love all this whole medical stuff. Like, you want to lose weight and have a gastric band? Come on holiday to Turkey. Do that. You need a new set of teeth and everything.
Yeah.
So, can I just say, by the way, anybody who's come back from Turkey with the teeth, you don't need it to be number 10 brightness.
No.
Just, turn it down
Number
a little
4.
bit. Number 4 before.
Yeah. I think it looks a bit more natural to have a little bit of staining. Red wine and caffeine. So I reckon there should be an option. It should be like blinding Magnolia drinks red wine.
No, Magnolia.
I think Magnolia's
fine. Yeah.
And, or you can have one of these drumsticks. God, you couldn't eat a drumstick with those teeth.
No.
The turkey teeth. You take your bloody
just the
teeth
whole lot
out.
come out.
Imagine,
all the way out.
imagine treating yourself to one of them on the plane home. Like that. King. Like one of those wind up teeth on the end of your drumstick. What's happened? Oh, God. No. And you can't laugh too much because then all your hair follicles will pop off that you've just had implanted.
Yes. And your gastric band will burst.
Of course it would. Of course it would at high altitude. Yes. Well, especially if you're eating all this chocolate.
Oh dear.
No.
So let's have a look and see if the last TV advert from the 80s. Let's see if it's a chewer or if it's something a little bit lighter, James.
Oh.
3 minutes.
Chocolate before the performance?
No, Maltesers.
They're lighter than ordinary chocolates.
Are you sure?
Maltesers are made of millions of crisp tiny bubbles, captured in delicious chocolate, so they don't fill you up.
The theatre's full.
But I am not.
Maltesers, the lighter way to enjoy chocolate.
Something tells me they weren't actually really French people
I don't think
doing
they were.
that. I don't think they were genuinely
They just had the
French
accents.
people. I think so, yeah.
Very good.
So even now, though, you're allowed to do a French accent. You can do, so that's okay. That's
It's fair game. The French are fair game.
Always, French is okay. Italian is fine.
Australians and Americans.
Yes.
That's fine.
Greek, I don't think you can do anymore.
Not anymore. Not since the financial crisis. That's unfair. That's punching down, Andy. Punching down. And we see them, so it's fine. No, I think that, we've all had Maltesers before ballet dancing, and I think we can all confirm that it's okay.
It's not going to fill you up. It's not going to rest. It's not like you've had a big lump of cheese, is it?
No.
It's not going to rest heavy.
No, I think it's the best thing. If just a little disclaimer here, I don't condone ballet dancing after Maltesers because you could let out a little unfortunate pub because it's very malty, of course. A lot of carbs in there.
Yes.
Not a chocolate bar as such, but what I've got here, I've got a big bag because it's very hard to find a normal sized bag of Maltesers. You get a big bag or a bloody massive one or a box that you could probably pack your holiday stuff in. So here we go. Here we go. Sizes. 58.5 grams. It is the big bag. And once again, they bloody let me down on sizes. I mean, it's not a million miles away.
Let's have a look. Yeah.
It's not got sizes on there. What's wrong? There must have been a thing where you didn't have to put sizes. I have got some other Maltesers wrappers in here.
These ones expired in 1982, by the way.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
Oh well, you have to leave them then.
Yeah, it doesn't. They've not actually got a weight. Perhaps in those days you didn't have to have a weight. It doesn't say.
Strange, isn't it?
Yeah.
Strange. I'm going to have a little look in here and get out my other wrappers because I know I have got some other wrappers, and I bet you any money they will obviously have, because that's the way life works, isn't it? They'll definitely have the ones I haven't got out. Here, do you want to take the new big one?
I'll have a little go of the big ones. I mean, obviously we know they taste the same, don't we?
Of course, it tastes the same. Everything's going to taste the same.
So you're only supposed to eat half a bag of one of these at a time. You're losing all your precious artifacts. Are falling on the floor, James.
All going Pete Tom.
See, I nearly dropped this one on the floor, thinking it's just a bit of rubbish.
Oh no, shit!
But then again, I forgot.
I'm going to put them down there.
That this is a collector's. This, people, is a collector's item.
Oh yes,
from 1982. How long ago is that off the top of our head? 80, 90,
42.
Long time. Yeah, long time.
See, this hasn't even got a weight on it. How much do you think bag of Maltesers in the 80s?
18p.
20p. It's the first one I got wrong though.
Yeah,
1986. But yeah, again, no weight on it. Isn't that strange? Maybe they just. Yeah, it's another one here. Let's see if it's got a weight on it. this is a new
You've just
discovery.
discovered something, haven't you?
Because I know that Mars bars definitely did, and we got that in the next episode, and we can compare the sizes of that. But we're very hard to find any. Look at this cock up here. So it's very hard to find. The thing is, I mean, so much chocolate, my gut will not allow me to pick this stuff up. I'm gonna have to just walk. Oh shit. Okay, we're leaving that. But
Get to that stage.
You're going to try a Malteser?
I'll try a Malteser. Yeah. Get to that stage in life where like me, James, with the old gut getting in the way. If you buy these pretend lace-up shoes, you don't even have to bend up to lace up your shoes.
I go around to the neighbours. I say, look, mate, I'm trying to put these shoes on. Just do me some bunny ears, will you, for Christ's sake? I can't get down to it. Yeah, so I found it quite interesting that Maltesers, I mean, that's a very full bag as well.
Very full bag.
You can't really buy those ones. I mean, that's not far off the size. If you hold that one up, it's not far off the size, and that's not a big bag. Advertisers a big bag. That's a standard bag of Maltesers, so it's not far off. So I think that I don't know what I don't. You can get fun-sized Malteser bags, which I think is ridiculous. It's probably got 4 Maltesers in it or something. But they're always a popular favourite, aren't they? Who doesn't like a Malteser?
You just grab a handful of Maltesers. Those mixed ones you get where you got is it Revels, where some of them are Maltesers, some of them are solid chocolate,
coffee,
and the odd horrible ones are coffee,
orange.
Yeah, the surprise orange one. Yeah. But the best one out of all those, definitely the Malteser.
Yeah, I'd be genuinely interested if you're not a fan of a Malteser. That's got to be one of the top chocolate snacks, surely.
Top 5.
A Malteser.
Top 5, yeah.
Maybe it's the ballet dancers. It's got people interested in thinking, you know what, I can go to ballet after eating this. And it became just a popular treat for everyone.
Yeah. Well, there you go. So hold that thought as we come to the end of episode number 3.
I've got to keep thinking about ballet dancers.
Keep thinking about belly dancers. Either think about belly dancers.
Belly dancers, I can do
that. or Fruit Club. You have a choice of something to dwell on.
Yeah, fruit.
Until a week's next time. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Thank you for making us go a little bit viral on Facebook.
Love you, Cadbury.
Thank you, Cadbury's, for not suing us. And we'll be back with more chocolates in a week's time. Till then, we will say we'll see you next Tuesday.
Thanks for listening to this week's edition. We'd love it if you could subscribe in your favourite podcast app. And don't forget, there's a video version on YouTube too. You can contact us using the links in the show notes and on the YouTube channel. And we'll see you next time for another edition of Bring Back the 80s.